GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
A different look for Louisville. Early, he's checked in for Peyton, and it's Russell in for Sanders. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And there have been some highs and lows in the Michigan program. Overall, you have to give them credit for being a persistent presence in the tournament. A lot of iconic moments have involved the Maize and Blue.
And Freak throws it down.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Yep, it goes, and the Wolverine lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from early.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Here's the screen. Here's Freak, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And the pass to Matt. Russell, a screen on Smith. Matt. Crawford with the rebound. Crawford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Crawford. Now it's a 6-point Wolverine lead.
And these are exactly the kinds of performances that have people looking at Freak like he's the next big thing.
And with his team up, he knows that blood is in the water. I'm guessing he'll continue to press and look to carry the team on his back. This is a performance that will help define his college career.
Louisville trails by 6. And here's Price. Thomas a screen. Odom kicks to Price. They set the pick. Back to Odom. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Freak. Freak in at shooting guard. Jefferson is out there with Wright. And there's Flash. And it's Taylor in at the center. Pass to Flash. To the middle. Here's Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Really an extraordinary game for Freak. He has 17 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Cunningham, he's checked in for Michigan. Knight comes in for Jefferson. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Louisville trails by 8. Price outside. Here's Thomas. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Freak with it. Out left to the wing. Launches it. And he gets the bucket. Freak's got 22.
He takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from heart.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time.
Poked loose and stolen by Price. That's good.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Rozier, who's checked in for Louisville. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've got 1:13 left here in the second half of the game. For the 3, and he knocks it down. Good looking through there from Freak. Freak's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Wolverines. Here's Rozier. Pass to Matt. Up and in on the layup. 51 seconds left to play here in the second half. Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
Here's Sanders. Makes it off the glass.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here's Freak. And he's good on the 3-ball. And Michigan leads by 10.
Icing on the cake right there, fellas, for what has been just a phenomenal performance.
Greg, if it's pound cake or strawberry shortcake, I need a bite.
Well, go ahead. Take your bite, Greg.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to let Clark have his bite.
Outside Odom. The fader. And that one's good.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
Here's Freak. No good from outside. And so it's Michigan winning this one. Some good moments. Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Michigan Wolverines taking on the UConn Huskies.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
On the court for Michigan, Freak in at point guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. Martin kicks to Day. Ellis against Splitter. Puts up a three. Day, no good.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard, in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that, but guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold.
Here is Day. And stolen by Freak. Drops in the breakaway layup. Freak's got his third basket of the night right there. The Huskies on offense. It's a 5-point game, and the foul called on Freak. The Huskies on offense on the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at the point. Jones is out there with Ellis. And it's Smith, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard. Here is Keefe. Martin with a screen on Crawford. Passes it to Splitter. Joseph dishes to Day. 6 to shoot. Trying his luck deep. Rebounded by Ellis. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
UConn trails by 5. Pass to Keefe. Splitter with a screen on Crawford. Here's Joseph, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
And that one's good. Freak. Well, you could pick any team in the NBA and name a Husky that played for him at some point. UConn has had a big impact on the NBA.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
And here's Splitter following the three-pointer by Freak. Here's Day. Again, the miss by the Huskies.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics. And, you know, you look at the Huskies, a big part of why they get so many future NBA guys is they recruit very well on the East Coast and around the country, for that matter. They are a premier destination school in the Northeast, and that part of the country loves its hoops.
And, guys, just thinking about all the great NBA players from UConn. Ray Allen, now retired, but he's the biggest name. How about Rudy Gay, Andre Drummond, Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier? I mean, you could go on and on with the Huskies.
And the Huskies going with the clock. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
They've got Martin, and it's Keefe in at the 2. On the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at point guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones, and it's Crawford at the 2 guard.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Pass to Keefe. Martin with a screen on Crawford. Keefe passes to Splitter. Splitter sets a screen. From outside the arc. Keefe missing. The Wolverines leading by 10. There's Freak. Bangs home the trifecta. Freak's got 20 points.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
Martin attacking. Splitter. And he jams it with authority.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the...
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Here is Day. Down low. And Ellis with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. So Michigan going with almost an entire new group here. UConn trails by 14. Jennings kicks to McGuire. It's back to Jennings. Almost, but it rolls out. Michigan with the ball. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. UConn with the ball. Great pass to set up the lay-in. McGuire's got his first basket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
The champ is here.
Now here's Jennings. At the top of the key, Sims. Now Jennings. He feeds it to Sims. 5 to shoot. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
We've got Pierce, and it's Posey in at the 3. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Watch him. He's coming out over there.
Here is Keefe to the left wing. Here's Day, and the shot falls short this time. Michigan with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run, and a wide open look for Freak, and the Wolverines another three.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
And it's Joseph in the corner. Crawford against Keefe. Splitter dishes to Joseph, expanding his range. Again, the miss by the Huskies. The Wolverines leading by 20. Here's Freak. And the three off target. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And he gets the bucket. Freak's got 34.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Here is Day. Martin the screen. The pass to Keefe. He kicks to Day. Feeds it to Martin. Shoots the three. Here's Splitter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Wolverines. Both teams will make substitutions. UConn with the ball. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. And here's Jennings. There's a good screen. McGuire passes to Sims. 8 feet away, and that one's good.
Yeah, might as well tack on a few more points to the lead, I guess. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
That's the right word for it, Greg. Dominant. This one was as one-sided as we've seen in a while.
Here's Freak. Bucket's good.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And so it's Michigan winning this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Georgetown Hoyas and the Michigan Wolverines.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have. It's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, we've got Hudson. Warren is out there with Price. That's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the two-guard. And the shot is good. Crawford's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I tell you what, guys, so many great centers have come through Georgetown. For a while, they were the destination for great centers going into college. You can point to any of their teams and find an NBA center on the roster.
Now here's Randolph. The shot no good. Now the Wolverines take it the other way.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. It's pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Now the Hoyas with it. 6-point game. Now here's Trice, guarded closely. There's the screen. Back to Randolph. Dishes it to Warren. Fades. And it's blocked. Shoots. And Freak gets it to go. On the assist by Crawford. And that's now 6 points for Freak. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
To the paint. Will it go? A nice shot by Hudson. Hudson's got his first 2 points.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Freak. The 19-footer is on the money.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
And a lot of teams shy away from that mid-range, but if you can get them off of rhythm, then you can have success.
Throws down the breakaway jam.
And really, these teams don't even look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do, based on what we've seen. A double-digit lead, and we're still in the first. Ouch. That's painful.
Freak in at point guard. Jefferson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Knight in at shooting guard.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in the day and age where most guys are self-centered.
So we've reached the end of... Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
Freak, he's in at the point. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then it's Jones. And it's Crawford at the 2. And for Georgetown, Warren is out there with Price. And it's Trice. Then there's Hudson. And it's Randolph in at the 2-guard spot.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
Trice passes to Warren. Here's Price. The shot misses. Good D by Jones. The Wolverines leading by 11. Now Freak. He's got 10. Feeds to Crawford. The dish now to Ellis. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Hudson. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Passes it to Trice. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Trice has got his first bucket of the night. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And I tell you what, I don't see any sign of them slowing down.
Freak. That 3 off the mark. Now the Hoyas with it. Over to the wing. Here's Hudson. Rebounded by Ellis.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
So Michigan ends up going with the new group. And then for Georgetown, Joseph comes in for Hodges. And it's Gonzalez in for Wilson. Freak, he's in at point guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones. And it's Crawford at the 2.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Felix kicks to Harkless. Pass to Gonzalez. To the left side wing. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. And the shot is good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
3 ball falls through. Another from Freak. Freak's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Wolverines.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Wolverines.
But they simply ran him off the court.
It was all about the transition game. Fast break points, the difference.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
He hits the second from the line.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Lets the 3 fly. Nelson with the rebound. Georgetown trails by 16. Gonzalez into the lane. Kicks it to Harkless. 54 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Here's Joseph. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Wolverines.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
The Wolverines making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. And then for Georgetown, Hodges comes in for Nelson. And it's Wilson in for Gonzalez. Joseph with the ball. Jefferson on him. And Michigan has possession. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. There's 31 seconds left in the second half. Here's Joseph. Can't get it to go. Jefferson with some nice D. It's stolen. Hodges the pass to Harkless. And he misses the fast break layup.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And it's Freak missing. Here's Wilson. And his first shot of the game, no good.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
And so it's Michigan winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage. And their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for joining us. This is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. They've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 slot.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
They set the pick. to the left side wing. Decker passes to Hawkins. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Hawkins has got his first points of the game.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part, their winning has come through solid team play.
Now here's Freak. 7 points in the game, and the shot is good.
What a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Here's Kaminsky. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Greg, I think you were talking about this just a moment ago. We'll be seeing more and more Badgers in the NBA with their recent success. Frank Kaminsky being the most recent NBA product.
And Kaminsky isn't alone. Sam Decker on that squad will be coming in. How about John Lure and Greg Stiesma and Devin Harris are all fellow Wisconsin alums. You look at the list and you see a lot of guys who know how to do the little things for a team.
Decker, and he uses the glass on the layup. Decker's got his second bucket tonight.
They're really doing a nice job.
So Michigan ends up going with the new group, and the Badgers with some changes. Wisconsin trails by 6, and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Payton. Then it's Decker, and it's Walker in at the 4 spot. Now here's Kaminsky. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Outside Hill. And the wide open shot from Decker. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And that's now 7 points for Sam Decker.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports. So it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Evans, he's checked in for Walker. Fades back. And once again off the mark by Michigan. Payton kicks to Hill. Back to Payton. They set the pick. Evans against Ellis. Payton outside. He dishes it to Kaminsky. The Badgers working the ball around now. Offensive rebound. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And it's tied up with that one.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Flash is checked in for Michigan. Dawkins checked in for Wisconsin. Hawkins comes in for Payton.
You can't let them recover their missed free throws. Lucky break for the offense.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Decker with it, working on Jones. Decker gets the bucket.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Now, Freak. He's got 11. Takes a 3, and the basket good. Freak's got 14 points for the game. 6 seconds left in the first half of the game. The shot by Evans, nobody around. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's the Wolverines up by 4. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
In a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
On the court for Michigan, Freak, he's in at point guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones, and it's Crawford at the 2 spot. Outside Hill, and stolen by Freak.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one plays on the big stage, knowing the player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
So both teams.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Hawkins is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Wade in at the 4-man position. Here's Freak. And there's another one. For the Wolverines.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
They double him with Freak. Decker kicks to Kaminsky. Decker with it. Jones covering. Hawkins shot good.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Here's Knight. The shot, no good. So the Badgers will take it the other way. And here is Conley. He kicks it to Decker. Shoots from... That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. This one for 3. And it's Freak missing. Wisconsin trails by 4. 1:21 left here in the second half. Decker can't hit.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And a wide open look for Freak. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Freak's got 24.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Leak out so you can get some easy transition points.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:10 left to play here in the second half. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
He hits both from the stripe.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Fires from deep. The Badgers pull it in. 52 seconds left here in the second half. Hawkins kicks to Hill. Evans against Dallas. Evans dishes to Hill. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. First free throw is good, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And he is unable to get the second one.
They really could have used a perfect trip to the line there. Instead, they're still down 2 possessions.
Kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
The fader. No good off the back of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. There's Freak. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And now it's a 9-point Wolverine lead. Both teams will make substitutes. Five seconds left to play here in the second half. Takes the 3. And so it's Michigan winning this one. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation, being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from you.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select the 19-year-old point guard from the University of Michigan.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was a clerk and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that. It was true. It happened to me.